American dream. We the American dream.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in Super Bowl 53, away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. Travis Kelce. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. The first carry for the tailback, Jeremy Langford. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To the right side and complete to Njoku. He finds an opening past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Over.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Hunt. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He's got a man complete. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up.
There goes Duke Johnson. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Gun!
From the gun, Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. Good move by Duke. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now from the 50. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw from Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Mayfield throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. Calling a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Left. Green 39. Green 39.
Now here's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A gain of 39 that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They pitch it out to Johnson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace, ace.
A toss play to Hunt. Room here to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to. But I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. He almost had it. The big D lineman Nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Left, 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 left. Slow, slow, slow. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Ace, ace. Slow, slow, slow. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Left, 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 left. Left, 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 left.
Here's Hunt. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for Watkins that time. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Mayfield on 1st down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. A good pick up there, 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's Johnson, finding room to the 20, and he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Here's Mayfield. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Left. Slow. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Slow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Dustin Colquitt on to punt. We'll likely see brother Britton on the other side get a chance later. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And spins away. And some room to maneuver. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Leopard! All right, here we go.
Now a handoff. Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Johnson, and he stopped immediately there. Allen Bailey in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Play fake. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now let's go.
From the gun, Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
As mentioned, here's the younger brother of Dustin. This is Brenton Colquitt to punt it away. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Fourth down, Mayfield. He's got it open, then he completes it to Callaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now here comes Kansas City, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To the ground, this time Langford. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Langford. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. third down. It's Hunt, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Pitch comes to Langford. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They run again with Hunt. And he'll scrimmage, back at the 6. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Left, 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 left. Z, 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 Z. Hunt. Hunt, hunt.
They'll look to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They come out here in the eye on third down. It's Hunt, and he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Go, go, go. Hey, run it, run.
And now the entire season and their dreams of a Super Bowl berth come down to this 2-point conversion. They need it to tie. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. That makes this much more manageable. They'll move it from the 2 to the 1.
Totally manageable because many teams from the 2 want to throw the ball. But you put it at the 1, the running game is totally back in play.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion.
Check. 53 right. Check. 53 right. Left, 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 left. 36. Hunt. Hunt, hunt.
They'll try and run it in. And he is in for 2 points. And barring some hijinks on the kickoff, we're going to be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90. Hunt.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're at New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won now, and they beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ace, ace. Turn it.
They'll run again with Hunt. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there in overtime. And even 50 yards. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the Magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogba in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Well, part 1 is done, now part 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. What can Mayfield do here in the OT? Incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Mayfield now. And Callaway taking it in left side. That'll put him over 100 receiving yards now in this AFC title game. It's a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield on play action. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This a 43-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, you know, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
come in. Sounds like I see it in there. I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LAD logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't matter. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock,